Hello, everybody. Ooh, who's following who here? Hey, panel. How's everybody today?
Fire and
Hello,
Frog here. Hi, Sarah Mahoney. Hello, everybody in chat.
Sarah,
Hey
Doggy.
everyone.
Mary, Izzy.
Ma- Mahoney. Who remembers that?
Oh,
Annie, remember that line? Annie, remember that line?
I do.
Mahoney.
I do.
Yes. What was that from?
Police Academy.
a movie or
Yep.
Yes,
a show
yes, Police Academy.
or something.
I had to, Sarah.
Those are good. Those are good ones. Hey
Hey,
They all know
Jeanette.
Jeanette,
I'm moving.
Hello Mandy.
Mandy,
What?
Niecy.
I know, I still got to call you back, Jeanette. There's not enough time in the day. I thought,
Jeanette, I found your pink yarn and I bought some today. I bought all they had, which was only 3 skeins, but it was all they had.
did I hear pink?
It was this pink. Let me
The
turn on the
bubblegum pink.
camera.
The bubblegum
No.
pink.
That was
No,
the
it's this
bubblegum,
one.
Yeah,
See?
bubblegum.
Sparkle.
bubblegum pink speckle.
The speckle.
Okay, that's stuff.
It looks like bubblegum.
Jeanette was wanting some of it, and I found some at Walmart. And I found it at your Walmart, Jeanette, but it was on the very bottom shelf, all the way in the back.
Somebody was hiding it.
Too late. I caught it.
Did you know?
Mona.
Did you know that hello Mona? That if you go into a store and see something that you want, but you don't have the money for it, you're not going to buy it, and you hide it in the store, that's theft.
What?
The
But it
what?
hasn't left. But it hasn't left the store.
You took it away from the consumers to be able to buy it. That is theft, and they will and can charge you. I worked in a store, and it's the truth.
Yep.
I decided I didn't want it, so I set it down.
Yeah, you find all kinds of you see videos like, oh, decisions were made here, right?
Well, yes, but if you hide it, not left it, but if you hid it, like behind a bunch of
Right.
stuff, hey, Gail, that
Hey,
is
Nancy.
considered theft.
Really? Hey, Gail.
In line. Yep. Nope. It was like at a Kroger's too.
Yep.
And Kmart.
Yep.
God, I hate it. I like Kroger's. I hated working at Kmart.
I've
They were
never
awful.
worked at Kmart, but I worked at Lifeway. I worked at Macy's, and yeah, that is theft.
Hi, Jeanette,
Love to shop there. Too.
Doggy, Gail, Sarah, Mandy,
I emailed them
Niecy,
info.
whoever else
You did
I'm
what, who?
missing. Somebody probably.
The first day we were doing it, I emailed him.
Okay, I will shoot him one as well. So yeah, rumor has it that was done the same day. But doesn't hurt to have more. Doesn't hurt to have more. So what's everybody working on tonight?
Hat.
No, it's time to relax. It's time to relax.
This is
It is
what I
time to
do.
relax.
Relax.
That's
That's
what I do.
what I do to
Okay.
relax.
Kids to bed. Shower. She hasn't showered yet. Went to work. She
No.
hasn't slept, and the kids cried for 3 hours. I'm sorry.
Oh,
They'll get through it. It just takes a little bit.
Yep.
No. She cried for. So the kids went to bed. Check. Showered. Nope. Went to work. Check. Slept. Nope. Cried for 3 hours. Check.
check.
So she. The kids are in bed. She went to work and she cried for 3 hours.
I bet you're wrong.
I want to know. I want to know why the cry for 3 hours. It
because
sounds
they are 2-year-olds and they don't
they're
want to
two.
go to bed when they're supposed to, and yeah, that's why.
And she can't
And
get
we'll
the
figure that out.
17-year-old to go to bed.
And
Wants
then
to
she's got
going to bed too.
right, and they're a set of twins that are 2, and then she's got a younger one.
A
A
10-month-old.
10-month-old.
Yeah. So yeah.
And a 10-month-old just wants to sleep on her.
Right.
So, yeah, she's got her hands full.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit, yeah, I'd say.
Well, yeah,
Well,
Sarah, you had a busy day.
Didn't she
You can
say
relax.
the one twin has a, what did she say?
She has a trach and something else.
A G?
Hmm.
A G2.
Yeah, G-tube.
Yeah. Yeah, G tube. So she has to deal with that too. So
Yeah.
busy woman. Overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Okay, Sarah says, I'm not working on anything. I had appointments all day. Son's girlfriend to her interview. Went an hour down to the hospital to bring my grandfather chili. I'm done for now. Well, awesome.
I'd be done for now too.
Well, that doesn't look like a fun phone conversation she's having right now. No, the
me.
kids didn't. I did. It was because I'm a vet and I'm on call and had to put a dog down, but ate brownies and a cup of tea and I'm better. And the nurse is sleeping with me, my one
Oh,
twin, so not on.
oh,
Oh, that's rough.
Oh, what kind of brownies did you have? Were they like the good brownies?
Were they special?
Spicy
Brandon?
brownies.
Yeah. Were they adult brownies with a cup of tea? Tea?
That's spicy brownies.
Tea?
They were special brownies.
yeah.
That would be hard to be a vet and put an animal down. That would probably the one thing that kept me from wanting to be a vet. I don't think I could have handled that.
Yeah.
It takes a special kind of person to deal with that.
All right, I will pop back up here in 2 seconds. We get to go for a road trip. Give me a moment.
We're what?
Who's going to be driving?
Somebody needs a ride from work, so we get to go on a road trip.
Send somebody else. You got a life to do. I'm enjoying my adult medicine electric vape.
And because we're live, I'm going to be very pleasant. So, I will see you all.
So are we just hanging out tonight? Is that the plan?
No, I was going to crochet, but
Hot damn. Main Street.
Hey, Lane. Hey, Jeff.
Hot damn Elaine.
You sent your nurse home? How come, Jeanette?
Are you okay? Or is it?
Did she touch your yarn again?
Oh,
Yarn.
Yeah, see?
Really?
Did she move your yarn?
even Mary said that.
We know why you get out of here.
What did she do? Maybe she moved her hook. That's just as bad as touching the yarn.
What did I see the other day? Hollyana had a little short on. If you can't find your hook, you're probably sitting on it. If you can't find
Oh,
your
I seen that today.
stitch markers, you're probably sitting on it. If you can't find your pattern, you're sitting on it.
Lose your stitch marker. Just get another one. You're never going to
You're never gonna find it. Well, okay, so on my desk I have like a blue cutting pad and all my stuff around it. And I must have lost 20 stitch markers on my desk. On my
the
flat area, my flat desk, I've lost 20 stitch markers.
Get your little container to put them in.
Did
The
you
next
did
time
you
you
look under your saw?
Oh, no, see, I have two of them right here. Oh, look, see, they're even hooked together.
Oh,
Jeanette said her
You were back.
sister lost.
oh,
Says her sister lost her baby. She was upset, so I told her she needed to be with her sister.
right.
Well, that's too
Okay.
bad.
Oh, let's see, I just found another one.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just found 3 stitch markers.
See what happens when you look? Oh, wait,
If
sorry.
she had touched your yarn, you could have locked her in the basement and yeah.
Here's a question for you ladies. Something I heard today, and I was like, kind
I'll
of
mute
makes
myself then.
you.
What's that?
If men are always wrong and
I
women
heard that one too.
right, if a man tells a woman she's right, does that mean he's wrong?
Okay, say that again.
If men
That's
are always
funny.
wrong and women are always right, if a man tells a woman she's right, does that make him wrong?
Well, of course not, because he's saying something nice about her. So
But
he's
if
not
men are always
always wrong.
wrong, but if men are always wrong,
Yeah,
had
yeah.
that one actually. I was like, that's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
well, it's like loaded questions that women ask.
You know,
These
Ron.
pants may no more than usual. Like
Okay,
there's no right answer.
we were driving home yesterday from the airport, and I analyze everything. I don't know if you guys have picked up on that, but I do. I analyze everything. And I was analyzing something. I don't even know what it was. And he goes, would you stop doing that? And I'm like, we're having a conversation. He goes, no, we're not. You're having a conversation with yourself. And I'm like,
I do that often. I'll wander off into a conversation with myself when I'm talking to somebody.
mm-hmm. Well, see, the thing is the state hospital here where my grandson works is about 5 miles away from the city. It's at the state hospital, which is in a mental institution. And it has a ton of lights. Well, we have 2 main uh, state roads, one on one side of our town and one on the other. Well, on one side, you can see the lights, but I've never been on the other side at night to see the lights. And I'm like, is that the state hospital? No, that couldn't be the state hospital. You can't see it from over here. And Ron's like, would you stop? Yeah. He goes, that's all you ever do is analyze stuff. I said, well, you got to love me. You've been married to me almost 42 years. So get over it.
Yeah, that's like when Bill looks at me and he said, "You are so damn weird." And I looked at him and I said, "You married me."
Yeah, well, yeah. Ron called. He goes, I think you're an alien. I said, well, you married me. So get over it. That's what I told him last night. I said, get over it, Ron. I ain't changing.
You can lay back down now.
Oh, what do we got in chat? Doggy says I am happy kids are in bed. My dog and baby are asleep on her. Mary says, Jeanette, thank you for being so caring. Sarah says there are exceptions to every rule. Jeanette says, I just felt it was better for her to be with her sister.
That's
Mary
awesome.
says not everybody would have a loving heart to care. Hugs.
Yep.
Sarah says it's very sweet of you, and you're so right, Mary. Doggy's laughing at something. I don't know what.
Probably because the dog and the baby are asleep on her tonight.
And Mary said, I have been on the other side.
Yeah.
The dark side.
You know, I'll tell you something that happened. When my mom passed away, I was working at the grocery store, and the managers and the store director decided to tell me that I could only be gone for 3 days, not a week like I was supposed to have. And the reason I found out was because they wanted me there working on Thanksgiving Day because my mom died a week before Thanksgiving. And so they told me I had to be back to work on this 3rd day. So I did. Well, I didn't know that that same day another lady uh, was her mom had died too. They gave her a week off, and so
Oh,
when she came back, I'm like, "Where were you?" And she goes, "Oh, my mom died." And I said, "When?" And she said, "You know," she told me it was the same day. And I'm like, "You've been gone a week?" She goes, "Yeah, that's bereavement." And I'm like, "Oh, really?" Because that's not what I was told. Well, then someone came up. Everyone was coming up to her and saying, you know, condolences, da 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 da. And then a lady came up to me who worked there. She goes, "Where have you been? I haven't seen you for 3 days. Did you go do something and have fun?" I'm like, "Yeah, I married my mom. That was fun." I was so mad. And uh, then I went and told. I was talking to the assistant store director, and I said, "Why was I told I could only have 3 days when I was supposed to have a week?" And she goes, "You were." She goes, "You can take it now." I said, "Nah, it's too late. But I want to get paid for it."
Yeah, my manager, the day my mom died, I had to go in and put in my order, is what he told me. And when I called the head meat cutter and I was like, I'll be in there late, but I'll get the order. And he said, "What are you talking about? Your mom died." I was like, "Yeah, well," I said, he said I had to come in and put in my order. He said, "No," he said, "I'll put your order in for you." He said, "You don't need to be here."
Right.
So yeah, we had a really great manager.
Yeah.
Asshole.
Well, this one was, and so was my manager directly over me. She didn't want to work on Thanksgiving Day, and so
Yeah.
she wanted me to work it instead of her. And so I was there on Thanksgiving Day.
I have worked, or I when I worked at Kroger's, I worked every holiday for 11 years. Even though I had kids, I worked every holiday,
Hmm.
and they would let these 16-year-old kids off. They need to spend time with their family. I'm like,
They don't
excuse
want to
me?
spend. They don't want to spend time with their family. They just want to be off work.
no. What they did is they always scheduled the people who was the fastest, and I was fast because I didn't want to be standing there uh, holding somebody's day up all day. I could scan like nobody's business, and when I was stalking, I stalked fast.
Hmm.
It's just, the busier you are, the faster your shift goes, in my opinion.
Oh, okay,
So,
Izzy. I
so
was
what are we all
wondering.
crocheting anyway?
Yes.
Hat.
I'm working on that hat.
I'm working on a hat. Looks like you're
Well, we
working on
can't.
a
Sorry,
hat.
guys, that I'm not crocheting in the moment. I would prefer to be
Driving.
crocheting and sharing my pattern, and all this other good stuff. So, to all in chat in my panel, sorry that we've had to take a little detour. I kind of wanted to be able to use Thursday nights to be able to catch up on my crochet projects and stuff that I was working on, getting items completed, but kind of hard to do when
Uh, Izzy is asking you, Jessica, where you're going.
I am currently en route to pick up my daughter from work. Um, Last minute, her ride got canceled, so Mama to the rescue. Uh, for most of you that have been around for a while, you know my child is an adult. Uh, she got to a car accident October. Was it
Yeah.
October? End of October, I want to say. She got to a car accident. The accident was not her fault. She got hit by a drunk driver, and now I'm struggling to get her back behind the wheel. A little bit, well, a lot of it was fear of just driving again. And then we also had winter, and it was not a good time for her to get reaccustomed behind the wheel of a car during her first ever snow. So hopefully, I've got my fingers crossed now that snow's done, there's no ice, and ease her back into this driving thing. Because I'm getting tired of it already again. But I also don't want to rush it because, it would take just the wrong move for her to get scared, things to go wrong. I might. Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, and knock on wood. I mean, if you've seen her car, she had, and which really was a bummer for her. It was a 2022 Volkswagen Jetta, and she made her first payment on it on a Friday, and that Sunday night is when she got hit by the drunk driver. She had a passenger in her car, and the fact that all three of them walked away with no injuries was quite impressive. Completely totaled her car. The lady ran through a red light and T-boned her right up the passenger side front fender. Little Volkswagen Jetta looked like a little roller skate. Yeah, she was pretty scared. She's driven a couple of times, uh, but not too often. Thank you, Mandy. Thank you, everybody. She'll get there. She'll get there in her own time. But I've got to remember to be patient, and I try. I really try not to get aggravated during situations like this one. It's inconvenient, but as parents, you do what you got to do, and you make it all work. And I just got to apologize to chat that we're not crocheting, or I'm not crocheting. Everybody else is crocheting. Ooh. Hey, but within that, you guys get to go on a road trip. Everybody put on your seatbelts, roll down your windows, crank up the music, enjoy the ride. Has anybody been to St. Louis in chat?
Yep.
Mona has.
Yes. Yes.
Been a while, but yeah.
I need to talk JoJo into coming back to St. Louis. Hey, Trey.
Hey, Trey. Hey, Mona.
Hey Trey. Hey Mona.
I've been
Sarah
to,
says only the airport.
remember going to the art and the zoo.
Sarah, is it crazy? I've only ever been on the outskirts of the airport. I've never been in the airport. I've never been on an airplane.
I love flying.
No,
I've never.
I never get in an airplane. No way.
There's Aldi. So if you guys want to know kind of the area you guys are driving right now, you guys are in South County, St. Louis, Missouri. guys want to dot that on the map one day, you'll be like, oh, there's St. Louis.
As opposed to St. Louis, Illinois.
East St. Louis, Illinois.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'll be flying probably next month again.
Where are you going this time?
Utah.
Cool.
My grandson,
Ooh.
not grandson, my granddaughter needs me.
Yeah.
She would like me right now, but she's got to wait. She said, okay, she understands. I got to get my teeth first.
Yeah.
Not only that, Ron's been in Utah twice already this year.
Is he going with you?
No. Right now, we can't leave and go anywhere together until our grandson figures out what the hell he's going to do with his life.
Yeah. Well, you know, your grandkid needs you. Your grandkid needs you. You know.
Yeah, but the thing is he's he's not really living. He's just getting up in the morning, going to a work,
I mean,
a
the other
job.
one that you're going to go see.
Oh, Zaylee.
Yeah. He needs
Yeah,
you. And
yes,
you need
she
her.
needs
That's
me.
what I'm meaning.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, she needs me. She needs her Nana time. Supposed to cook with me. And that's her. It's comfort, you know.
Yeah.
That's awesome,
still-
though, Connie.
I know. I talked to
Yeah.
her. Chat with her just 2 days ago. No, a day ago, and she said she goes, I don't want to think about Jessica passing. I can't deal with it right now. So she's holding all this pain in.
Yeah. She needs to let it out.
But could you just hear it in her voice, the sadness in that song?
Oh, I haven't listened to it yet.
Well,
Yeah, I have.
Oh, yeah.
Joe listened to
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can just hear it. And that's
Yeah.
not. Yeah. I mean, between Jessica dying or school closing, you know, she's not going to be going to school with any of her friends at all. You know, she quit her job because I found out her mom found out that they were yelling at her. She was only 15, and they wanted her to do more stuff and stay longer, and they treated her like crap when she wouldn't.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That is a bad precedent to set at a job.
Yep.
Because you do it once and they expect you to do it every single time.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I will not work. This was before I started doing it.
Well, she's only 15. She
Rick
can't,
talks
by
about-
law, you can't make her
Like,
work extra
there's
hours.
been some comments here and there,
Yeah.
and I kind of just
Oh,
Past them.
16. Well, you can't work past 10.
I'm proud. Fine.
Yeah, here you can.
But then
No, you can't.
You're
In Utah, you can't work past 10. You also can't work over a certain amount of hours a week. It's like 18 hours is all you can work. And they have to give you a break every 2 hours. And they weren't doing that.
Oh, no, they don't do that here. They get the same breaks that everybody else got, but they couldn't work past 10 o'clock. Through the school year, they could only work 18 hours a week, but in the summertime, they could work 25. Hey, Tank.
Hey, Tank.
Yeah. I think on weekends, as long as you had parental consent, you could work till midnight.
Yeah, not in Utah. Utah is really big about the child labor laws.
Yep, here it was. It didn't
Okay.
matter what day of the week it was 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I think that's how we did anyway.
So, what do you
Yeah.
consider
That's
child labor law?
what it-
Well, what do you consider child labor? Anything under 15 or anything under what? What age?
Anything under 18.
Anyone under
18?
18.
Seriously?
18 is legal age.
When I was working at Macy's, we had kids that were under 18 that worked there, that did cart pushers. There was a few of them that were cashiers. Every 2 hours on the dot, that was it. They had to go take a 5 minute or 10-minute break, and then they got a lunch if they were there for more than 6 hours, because they could work a 8-hour shift, but they just couldn't work more than like 3 a week. But they were strict about following the child labor laws.
Okay,
Wow.
so in Alberta, a child generally considered someone to be 12 years of age or younger, requiring a permit for employment, especially in artistic endeavors or parental consent. 12 years and under. Anything between 12 years and over, you're basically either casual or part time. You work the same
You
hours that the
can't even
stores
get
are
a
open.
job here at the age of 12. You can't get a job before the age of 15.
Yeah, here, that's
Yeah.
it. You can't.
You can get it at 15 with a permit.
Even the kids that live on farms, they
Oh,
still, there's rules on how
here you go.
long they can work.
So restriction of hours during the school year. Work and artistic endeavors cannot go later than 9 p.m. on weekdays or 11 on weekends. So they can't work you more than past 9 o'clock on the weekday and past 11 o'clock on the weekend.
Right.
That's anybody under 12 and under.
Well, nobody here
Oh,
works
yeah, who's
when
gonna
they're
be working
12.
at 12? Who's going to hire a 12-year-old?
Exactly.
People that aren't going to work when they're 18. That's who. People that like 18-year-olds that don't want to work, but a 12-year-old does. They're going to hire a 12-year-old.
They don't hire kids that
Yeah,
young here.
they won't do that here.
Uh-uh.
The only 12-year-old that can get a job is one that lives on a farm, or they
Babysitter.
babysit.
Yeah, babysitter. I was gonna say, you can hire the 12-year-olds to muck out stalls and stuff.
Okay,
Yeah,
here you go.
and to
So,
mow the lawn or something, but not a regular job.
so a child is considered 12 and under. A youth considered 13 to 15.
Yeah, no.
16 and 17 are considered young adults, and then adult is 18 over.
Okay, Tank just wrote this. It's illegal to employ children under 14 except in certain circumstances. 14 and 15-year-olds can't work more than 8 hours per day or 48 hours per week. They can't work between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. on a school night. Now, I know that okay, so like in farm communities, children under 14 can work, but it's not the same as working like at a job. They're working out on the farm. They still have to follow the labor laws, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doggy Life says I need to get up and take nausea meds before dinner comes back up, but the baby and puppy is on me. Well, put the baby down, get the puppy off of you, and go take some meds.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, is the baby sleeping? If it is, put him or her in the crib and,
Oh, see,
do
they
what you
can't
gotta
do that here, Hank. No license until they're 16 here.
Now, in here in Kansas, you can get a driver's license at 14.
Oh, wow.
It's because it's for farming, not for roads.
Yeah, because so many kids work with their families.
And then in Idaho, they can get their license at 13 for the same reason, because they work on the potato farms. In fact, in the fall, 2 weeks, kids have a vacation from school for 2 weeks because it's potato harvesting time.
Oh, here it's deer season.
Uh,
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
We'll excuse any absences the first week of deer season here.
Yeah, Doggy Life says I need to get my daughter a carrier. What about like a playpen? Put her down on that. Well, does she not lay in a crib, or do you not have one yet? Tank says she was driving at 12 everywhere. Now, Dad would take us driving out in the country when we were about that age, back roads and stuff like
Right.
that. We drive to my uncle's. Oh, okay. So,
You
yeah,
know,
when I was 15 and you got your permit, I already knew how to drive
hmm
because we drove a lot out in the country. Usually on weekends, we just head out to my
so
uncle's. He's like, "Who's driving today?"
my three oldest grandkids. Okay, so my three oldest grandkids. Kendrick got his license at 20. Caleb it does not have his license yet, and he's 20. And Kira doesn't have her license yet, and she's almost 19. Zay, who's 15, already knows how to drive, and she already has a car, and she'll start driving as soon as she turns 16 and gets her license. Because she's
Yeah.
already got a permit.
Yeah, and Doggy says I have one, but she hasn't liked not being on someone. From past experience,
You need a breaker of that.
break for that habit right now.
This is the age to break it.
Yep.
Yeah,
You don't want them to get used to that because it'll be like that forever.
yes, because listen to this, doggy. My daughter, she didn't really sleep on me a lot like that, but she always wanted to sleep with me. And I tried to break her. And as soon as she was not in the crib anymore, after, because my husband works graveyards, every time I would fall asleep, I'm a really heavy sleeper. She would get out of her bed and crawl into my bed when my husband was at work, and I wouldn't know she was there. And when she was 12 years old, she was still doing it. And her older siblings started teasing her about sleeping with mommy. And she goes, "You're right. I'm going to sleep with mom until I'm at least 15 or older." Well, I heard her. I walked in the room behind, I was behind her when she said that, and I said, "Bullshit. You're never getting back in my bed. You're not sleeping in my bed again. Don't you ever get into my bed again." She never did. But yeah, she would.
Wow, Jeanette. She said when I was there on Thursday, she had 2 stacks hats. Now she has 4 stacks. And I think there was like 10 hats per stack, 10 or 12.
Cool.
Yeah, you need to break her of that habit now before it's too late.
Yep.
Zach
Makes it
was
way
like that.
harder when you're older.
Zach was like that too. He slept with me, and it was hard to break him of that habit. He didn't not want to be in his crib or in his toddler bed. And then finally we moved, and I was like, "This is your room, and you have to stay in bed in there." And he just started doing it. I was like, "Thanks Jesus,"
Yeah.
because he was too old to be sleeping in my bed, so he'd sleep in the bed, and I'd go on the couch. Because it was just he didn't need to be sleeping with me at that age.
hmm
He
Well, neither
was,
did.
I don't know, 8 years old, 9.
Right. Well, neither did my daughter. She didn't need to be in my bed.
Yeah,
Get out of my bed.
it's hard to break them.
Yes, it is.
I think Cassius wants me to go to bed.
Doggy life says she doesn't have the mental complexity to do it this week.
Uh huh.
Yeah, Zach had a lot of problems. He was little. And that's probably why I got started. And just like I want him here next to me. So I'll hear the machines if they go off or, something happens. I'm right there.
You know, all three of my daughters slept with me for a period of time. My son, he never slept with me, not even one night. Never.
Mm.
Andrew would only come and get in bed with us if he was sick. That was the only time he ever wanted to sleep with us. And he would just come in there and he would stand beside the bed and he'd stare at me until I opened my eyes and I'm like, what do you want? And he's like, I'm sick. And I'd scoot over and hold the covers open and he'd get in there and I'm like, just as soon as he touched you, because he was one of those kids when he got sick, he
Mm-hmm.
could go from a normal temperature to a temperature of 102 in a matter of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still that way. And I would just feel his skin, and I'm like, okay. And I'd scoot out the other side of the bed and go get the Tylenol,
Mm-hmm.
washcloth to wipe him down. But that was he. Other than that, I mean, when he was a baby, right after they circumcised him, because they said we had to watch him for 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And so I put him in the bed. We put him in the bed between us. Bill got up to go to the bathroom, and we couldn't put a diaper on him because he was healing. And I heard, and I flipped the light on, and I was like, "Oh, somebody's got to sleep in a wet spot tonight." He came back in here and he said, "Did he pee on my side of the bed?" I said, "Yeah." Oh, yeah. I said, "My side's dry." And back then, he always made the bed because he had a freaking water bed that he refused to get rid of. I hated that thing. It killed my back.
We had a water bed for years and years and years until it started bothering my back and it started bothering my husband's back. So we finally got rid of it.
Yeah, I finally told him it. There was a hole in the mattress, and it started leaking. He said, "Oh, we'll have to order another one. You cannot get a waterbed mattress anymore. It is like pulling teeth."
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, "Let's just get a regular mattress for the waterbed frame. You keep the frame. I want a regular mattress."
Mm-hmm.
And after the first night, he goes, "God," he said, "I don't think I've slept that good in years." And I said, "It was that damn bed."
Yeah.
Mhm.
And when I was pregnant, he would wave it, and I said, "I will puke on you."
Yeah. I loved the water bed until I got older, and then I started to have
No.
back and and hip problems, and the same thing. We got a new bed, and whew, it was like
Oh,
heaven.
no, I started having hip and knee problems when I was 16. Went into
Mhm.
my back after I started working on concrete floors.
Well, for me, I was on the gymnastics team in junior high, and then I went out for cheerleading, and I was in the finals, and I twisted both my knees, and I was on crutches for 8 weeks, so I didn't make it into to be a cheerleader, and that was the end of me being in gymnastics. But then when I got to high school, I did track, and that's hard on your knees too and ankles.
And shins and everything.
Yeah, and I was a cross country uh, runner, so I would run like miles,
Uh-huh.
and yeah.
We used to
Okay.
tease Renee because she was so short. She went out for track. She did hurdles. The
Yeah.
the
I didn't
coaches,
like hurdles.
no way you can make that hurdle. And she said, "If I can make that hurdle, can I get on the team?" And she said, "If you make that hurdle, yes, you can get on the team." And she ran around the track. She come to the hurdle. She sailed over top of it. She's like, "Okay." And then mom and dad's like, "You ain't got time for that. You've got things to do at home."
Yeah. Doggy Life got her Zofran, so that's good.
Good.
Tank said she loved her water bed. We got a soft side one with baffles later in life. Yeah, she said that her son was a runner. He did the
Right, let
5K
you out.
part
We go out.
country.
Do you need to go out? Do you
No,
have
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good, but thanks, Annie.
Yeah, I'm good too.
to get up and go all the way back in there and you don't go out again? Me and you, we're going to have words.
Oh, well, fine. We'll have words then, Annie.
I never did a 5K, but I was on the track team and I did cross country. I used to run a mile in under 6 minutes, and I won the President's Club when I was in high school for track, of course, because I could do 50, 56. That's funny. I did
Thank you for
56.
sharing, Hank.
Yeah, I did 56 push-ups in 1 minute. I did 72 pull-ups in 1 minute. I did 50 something push-ups in a minute, and I ran a mile in under a minute. Yeah, so
A mile in under a minute?
no, under 6 minutes. Sorry, under 6 minutes, not a minute.
Hey,
6 minutes.
God bless it. You're like the Flash.
No, it's 6 minutes. A mile in under 6 minutes.
He didn't go
Yeah,
out.
Hank said her son did a 5-minute mile.
Awesome. But I am short, and I have short little legs, and I could run like crazy.
I never could run real good. I can't run now at all.
Well, I shouldn't run, but if I have to run, I will run.
If someone
And
sees me running, they better run like hell too, because something's after my ass.
Get pissed off the cow after you, and you'd be surprised how fast you can go.
yeah, that's not good, Tank. Well, you know, my hands are messed up. My wrists are messed up because when you're doing gymnastics and you're landing on your hands like you have to, it takes a toll on your wrists and hands. I can't even
Yeah.
push my wrists back. Like I used to be able to do sit. I used to be able to stand on my head. I used to be able to stand on my feet and walk around. I can't even push my hands back to even do that now.
Okay,
It's
you
like
just said you used to be able to stand on your feet and walk around.
Handstand. She meant handstand.
a handstand. I used to be able to do a handstand
Okay.
and walk around
Yep.
on my
Do
hands.
that as kids.
And but that just destroyed my wrists. That's
Yeah.
awesome, Tank.
We do that all over the house. Mom hated it when you did that. You're gonna fall.
Well, and then I had stilts, and I walked all over the place in stilts when I was a kid, and I didn't hold on to the stilts. I learned how to make them where they would just stay with my legs, the way I'd walk on them. Walked all over the house.
I was jealous of the kid that had a pogo stick
Oh yeah, I did. I had a
I have
pogo
I know.
stick.
because I never had one.
I had a pogo stick. Loved that
Oh,
darn thing. I didn't hold on to it either. I could bounce all over the place with that thing. Hey, do you any of you remember clackers? I love those things.
Yes.
They were dangerous though, but I loved
Me
them.
and my sister was talking about clackers because we all had clackers when we was kids.
Now
Uh-huh.
they have the clackers that's all hooked together, and it's not as fun. What was really fun is when a kid was being mean to somebody or whatever with their clackers, and I'd run up and grab them and throw them up in the air onto the fire onto the
Lines.
the wires, and they'd be hanging there for years.
Rude.
I know.
My brother thought he was going to be cool one day, and he threw his like a bola trying to get a squirrel, and it wrapped around the trunk of a tree.
Uh
And he's like, "Well, I guess I'll have to climb up her and get it." It was a thorn tree.
huh. Oh,
About halfway up, and he just jumped away from the tree and landed in the dirt. And he goes, "I guess they're going to be up there."
yeah.
And Hank said her brother was a painter, and we would all get on his stilts while he was at work. He would get so mad.
I love those kind of stilts because you clamp them onto your legs and you can walk all over the place. I love using
Yeah,
that
but they're
kind.
expensive. But you break them, and you know.
Well, I never broke them. You want to know what kind of stilts I had? The very first kind of stilts I had? Two
Sticks.
cans. No, 2 cans.
Two cans with a rope on them, string on them.
Exactly.
I thought we was the only ones that did that.
Oh, no,
And
we
if you
did
got
too.
and if you got bored, you could always play telephone.
Exactly.
Yep.
Did that too.
Yep.
Man, we had such deprived childhoods.
I don't think so. I think we had way more fun than our kids do.
Oh, of
Oh, I
course we did.
agree.
Oh, yeah. Now everybody's all about doing like all electronics.
Mm-hmm. It was like in the summertime, it was like you got done with your breakfast, got dressed, did your chores, and out you went. And you didn't come back unless you had to go to the bathroom or eat something until the lights went turned on.
Yeah, that's how it was with us too.
Yeah.
After breakfast, we take off. They wouldn't see us again until the street light came on.
Drank out of the water hose.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't wear seat belts and stood up in the back of pickup trucks going down the road.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
Welcome back, Jess.
I did it in
What'd you
under an
do?
hour. Not by much in under an hour, but I did it. So
We're all
thank
talking
you.
about the heydays.
Yep, Mary.
Thank you
That's
all for holding the fort down.
Good night, Jeanette.
Night,
Night,
Jeanette.
Oh, I
Good
didn't know
night,
that.
Jeanette.
Oh, she says Pebbles is not feeling well.
Oh, it's not bueno. It's not good. Oh, now it's hot. Very hot. So everybody still working on hats? What is
Yes.
Yeah.
What is it? I'm pressing buttons. I don't know what's going to happen. Nothing. Nothing happened. Nothing.
Welcome back, Herb.
Welcome back, Herb.
Let me delete that.
I mean,
There we go.
one. Go. I know he's in the living room. I know where he's at.
Oh, yeah, Tank. We used to use the pellet guns and the BB guns on each other.
The brother next older than me passed away with pellets still in his back. And my little brother has a pellet stuck in the orbital bone of his
Mhm.
left eye. Because the
Oh,
dumbass
wow.
shot the BB gun at the blacktop and was surprised when it bounced back.
Oh, listen to this. My sister, oh my gosh, she wanted the marble out of the paint spray can. She was like 10 or maybe 12, I can't remember. So all the kids in the neighborhood were all, well, that's a nice hat.
That's
We're
a very
all,
nice hat.
Nice. I like it.
they were all standing around, right? And my brother was afraid of what was going to happen. So he stood the furthest away. My sister took a hammer, hit that can, and all of the paint sprayed right past everybody and hit my brother in the eyes.
Ouch.
Yeah.
That looks awesome.
Yeah,
Thank
that's a nice hat.
What do they call it? Unisex. That would look great on. That looks good on you.
Yep.
That's a great guy's hat. I didn't.
I
I
never
wouldn't.
I
Yeah.
never said it didn't look good on me. I can make it look sexy. though.
Everything looks good on you, John. Are you going to strike a pose? Oh no, that's Vogue.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yep, I do.
Our inspirations. Is that a 1 pounder?
It is. Or almost a 1 pounder. 14 ounces. They had it at my Dollar Tree. And it's the golden one.
My Dollar Tree still does not have the big yarn. They just have the little ones.
Yeah, mine
Same here.
too.
Same here.
Yep, 14 ounces. So almost a pound, but for $5. So I grabbed it. Grabbed 2 of them actually.
Where is?
They have 3. I haven't seen this color. Add it to the collection. Add it to the collection. Oh. All right. So I am going to be working on hats, but unfortunately not for our current project. I have babies that need hats. And babies. I was going to do a pattern that I've already done before, but after reading the copyrights on it, I'm not going to mess with it. Ooh, that's fancy. Bellow Bane. You guys want to see it? Ours had the big premiere for 5, but didn't get any more. Yep, we had black, white, blue, the golden. That's what was there this time around. And I have the red and the green already. The red, the green, Hannibal? No, I didn't get the black. 2 greens and a red. Let's see, share here. What do we think of that hat? Willow beanie. Very textured. What are we catching? Oh,
What's that?
you don't like those. Why would you?
Is that Alpine stitch?
Let's see. The baby blue goes from the top down. Front post triple crochet. This had a size sound. Okay. Da 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 da. Blah 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 blah. Da 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 da. Nope, just front post triple crochet. I don't know. Looking at it that way, it looks just like very busy. What do y'all think?
No, thank you.
Right? It's just,
Do what you want.
yeah, but it just looks busy. And you'd have to have the right yarn to make that come out right. That one's not too shabby. The Easy Crochet hat, the brown one. I've done the Star Stitch one. That's the one I was going to redo, but it says something about me using the pattern, sharing the pattern. Ooh. Look at that one. That's kind of cute. cute. The baby bobble. I think you should be able to see the hat. No? Yes? Can you see? Can you see? The baby bobble? Baby bobble?
Hey guys, I got up super early this morning, like 2 hours early, so I am heading out. I'm tired.
Okay, you have a
Have
good
a
night.
wonderful night.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
Night, Connie.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Bye bye.
Is this going to come with the pattern? It says free pattern. Where's the pattern part? Pretty newborn, 6 to 12, 36. That one, working the bobble stitch pattern. You'll be instructed to turn your work and work into the first stitch of the round. It can be tricky to know which stitch is the first. Work your first stitch into the third chain from the hook. Gauge tension. And a tight crocheter. So it says if your tension is tight, too many stitches to reach your gauge, try using a larger hook. I do not do my swatches. I'm not a swatcher. I'm a roll with it. And if it's too big, decrease them somewhere before the end. All right, stitches. We're doing a double crochet, single crochet, basic, single crochet, 2 together, slip stitch. Turn your work clockwise, which when you do turn your work, however you start turning your work, you want to keep turning your work in the same direction. Otherwise, your stitches will get wonky on the edges. Special stitches are slowly demonstrated in the video tutorial above. You have a back post double crochet, the bobble stitch, a front post double crochet with a bobble. Yarn over, insert yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, yep. And then you lock it, pull through 1. Oh, no. Pretty. Chain 56. Oh, that's weird. I'm not even working in the round. Huh. I've never made a hat from down to up.
It's just as easy. It's just after so many inches, you're going to start your decreases where when you start at the top, you're doing your increases as you go down. It's just the opposite. It's just one's just as easy as the other.
Well, this will get real interesting, y'all. I've never done it. Never did it. All right, 0 to 3. Okay, the top pattern says it's for preemie to newborn. Preemie and newborn. Then you scrolly, then you have 0 to 3 months. Isn't that a newborn?
Yeah.
And the difference is 3 stitches. 56 versus 59. All right, I think I'm going to attempt this baby bobble. It's fun to say. That's the only reason why I want to make it. Baby bubble. Baby bubble. Baby bubble. Not bottle. Huh? You remember Puppy Monkey Baby? Puppy Monkey Baby? Yeah. Puppy Monkey Baby. All right, guys. Now the yarn. I believe they are using Pink Spot, Baby Decay, or Stylecraft. So you can do 3-weight or 4-weight, but changing your hook is going to be crucial on the side, depending on what kind you use. That's very loud. Thing is, though, is if the bobbles don't work out, it's going to look really funky.
If the bobbles don't work out, just stuff it and make it a pillow.
Fair enough. Little baby pillow.
Yeah. Little accent pillow, toss on the couch. If your family's anything like mine, it'll be thrown across the room at each other.
Oh, it won't even make the couch before that happens. So I do know one of the babies, it's a girl, but the theme is dinosaurs.
Find the baby dinosaur hat.
Let's see what we can find. Can we find a baby dinosaur hat?
Yes, there is a baby dinosaur hat. I've seen it. It has like the back ridges go down the back of the hat. Make one in yellow.
Oh,
Yeah, see?
yeah, but that's a lot of work.
Well, no, that long one, but there's a shorter one. Scroll back up. There's a shorter one. See that very first one?
The first one's not too shabby. And let's see. And the thing is like, the baby's really not going to need that hat. It's not going to be cold.
Oh, how about that one there? With it, the Antarctica one with the dinosaurs.
See, I like that one.
Yeah, that one.
That one's cute. But if I do that much work, then I'd have to make it for the baby one like next year, so it's actually wearable.
Well, yeah.
So instead of a hat,
A bit
because
bigger.
right now, both babies are due in April.
In April, then they'll be able to wear them by winter. Oh, that one's cute.
That's adorable. Color change got wonky on that dark blue one. Yeah, I don't think that's what I clicked on. I did not click on injectable pharmaceuticals. And nope. Unless it's in this. Nope. Broken link. That one's broken. Hey, Serena. Aw. Did you see Serena's comment? Let me stop sharing my screen. Serena says, my roommate explained spamming the chat to me today. She says, I'm autistic, so she pointed out that I should only tell 3 jokes per hour. Is that what everyone here would like? Also, or does it matter how many I tell? Well, she can read my lips a little bit, but I'm going to say I appreciate.
I leave that up to Jess and John.
Nope, same here.
Hey, Jeff.
I'm replying back. I was just typing it for you, Serena. And then I'll read it too. Okay. So this is what I'm about to hit enter and say. It says, I appreciate you asking and thank you for wanting our opinion. It means a lot. Sometimes when everyone in chat is having a conversation, it can be the wrong timing, but I do not mind your jokes, but understand we can't always read them. I don't mind if you put them in. I don't mind if everybody else is reading them, but also understand that just because they're there doesn't mean that we are going to be able to stop what we're talking about to read the joke or whatnot. But honestly, it doesn't technically bother me. But we just can't always read them out loud. And I think chat enjoys them. Sometimes they're pretty funny. A lot of times they're corny. Actually, all the times they're corny. But it's fun. So,
Hi, Matt.
I mean, for my channel, that's what I say. I can't say that I mind, per se. But there are some times to where if we're trying to have a conversation or chat's talking and everybody's trying to talk back and forth, sometimes if there's a whole bunch of them back to back, it's a little bit harder. But, I mean, to be 100%, I mean, and I'm going to ask panel, you guys, how do you feel about Serena's jokes and chat? Because you guys are also, it's not just my channel. I mean, this is the community. So it's everybody's opinion. So what do you guys think?
Yes. I don't mind them at all.
Yeah.
I don't mind them.
I can't say that I mind. How do you guys feel in chat? You know, everybody in chat.
Just as long as it's not like 500 in a row.
Yeah.
Because it's hard for us to read the chat when there's, 20 jokes in a row.
Yeah.
All right. Briefly.
So yeah, I can say, yeah, I don't mind Serena. And as long as, like JoJo said, as long as it's not 20 of them back to back in a row and yeah. So.
Two you were gassed. Oh my God.
All right. Jeff, why are your lips sealed? Open them up. I think I'm going to try this baby bobble. Like, how hard can it be?
Do your gas right in with a liquid. What is wrong with you?
I am a little gassy.
I swear to God, what is wrong with you?
Ooh. Look at you go, Annie. Look at that. Look at that hat. Look at that hat. Look, you
look like a little kid. You look like a little kid.
Kind of do.
Yeah, I just finished.
No, there's a cart.
A cartman.
You gotta do this. You gotta do this.
I just
Put
need
your
to fucking
face
go.
together.
You can squish your cheeks in.
It's
You
yes,
have a
it's doing
tag
this.
cheek.
Yeah, I just
Oh my
finished,
God.
finished up mine too.
How dare you?
All right,
Leave
I
the
gotta
room.
get to crocheting,
You
y'all.
stink. That was not nice. Asshole. I have an asshole for a dog. Telling you. He turned around and farted on me.
Aw.
That was
funny.
not nice. Why you're telling me like you're happy. probably feel better.
Oh,
All right, so I have finished this. I'm going to weave in my ends. And I'm going to bed because I have the baby tomorrow.
ooh, you do?
Yes, I do. I'm very happy about this. And after school starts again, because she's going to regular school, it's going to be an every other weekend or every other Saturday. I'll have her.
Yeah, you?
Oh no, that's not enough. I wanted her more, but I'm going to try to get her for a week this summer if I can pry her out of her parents' fingers.
Yeah, good luck on that one.
It's like she's not that far away. We can video chat.
All right. Baby bobble hat needs yarn, and I've got a stack of toast that if I touch them, they're gonna
Matt,
fall.
Matt says check your email. Are you sending me
Um,
email? How cool is that?
and then within that, Matt, do you still need me to send you an email on the Happy Hats thing, or is that what's being worked out, or what's happening? Yeah. Well, I don't care what's happening here, but I just need to know if my information is still needed.
Do you have Jeanette's email? If you do, just send it to him. That's what he's just looking for. He's just looking for her email right now.
I'm sure I probably do.
Yeah, we can get it to you, Matt. No problem. We'll find it.
Oh, 2.2 seconds. I'm sure I do. I just don't usually talk to her that way. So let me check here.
Tank said he talked with Jeanette earlier, and Matt says, thank you, my friend. You're welcome. Even though I didn't do anything.
Yes, Matt, I will get it to you. Let me.
You know that it's easier to thread a needle if you actually have the end with the eye with the thread.
It might help a little bit.
I turned this needle around 3 times looking for the eye and realized I had it upside down. I think it's time I went to bed.
All right. Uno momento, por favor. All right. So baby bobble. We've seen the pattern. Here, I'll show the baby bobble because now I'm got to figure out what yarn I want to use without having to unbury my other stuff. That's kind of soft.
I did get my book for a book club finished today.
Oh,
That's good.
you're good. You're good. Andy's back. How you be? How's you be? Perfect timing because I'm getting ready to show the pattern and then I'm going to work on for I don't know how long, even though I wanted to be crocheting for a lot longer than what I get to tonight. Why am I doing this over here? That's not going to help me nothing.
Oh, the ends sewed in.
Hold on, I'm doing everything ass backwards here. That's well, that could have been doable. All right. Let's see. Let me press a few more buttons. They're fun.
Everything is in
I
it.
hate that you won't let me do that. Oh wait, I think I. That's a great question. The THE. Oh, I have. I think I have. Okay. JEANE. Jeanette. Email. Not. Nope. Yep. There we go. Boom. Okay. Well, let me try not to give you all of her information. This I am going to give to you as well, Matt, because I know she's okay with it. She's already told me so. She's already done the same. Doo-da. I promise that I haven't lost my mind completely.
Okay, hate to leave good company, but I'm going to hit it for the night, and I will see you all tomorrow for bingo. After book,
Absolutely.
I will be in after book club.
All right. Then
Okay,
have a
perfect.
good night.
Night, y'all. Night, everybody in
Good
chat.
night.
Night, John.
Night.
Night, Mary Ellen.
Okay.
Night, Elizabeth.
Matt, you have email? Okay. Auntie Beth says, I was just in my email and found tons of patterns from people for me to make and sell. They just don't understand. I don't have the kind of yarn. Oh, I just sent you yarn.
Did you send me yarn?
I mean, you can make me anything you want, Auntie Beth, if you want to. Plus, it's the buttons. You're welcome, Matt. Now I need help because I'm going to make this hat.
Feeding time? Yeah.
Totally off subject here. Who lives in this area?
I do.
I'm sure Joe does too.
Yes, Joe does.
Yeah.
A lot of people. Why you ask?
I was just came across something. Have you ever seen a scorpion fly?
A what?
Mm-mm.
Uh-uh.
It looks like a wasp, but it has a scorpion tail on it,
No.
and that's where its stinger is. It's
Can't say that I
real.
have.
It's not AI. It's not CG. It's a real animal.
Okay, what about it? Shall we be concerned?
I'm just curious if you've ever seen one. I've never even heard of them. Tanks is
Me
called
either.
flies or lamp flies.
I say
Apparently
those are
they
just
sting.
going to be ouch if they touch you.
Apparently they sting you too.
Nope, I've never seen them before. Or heard of them.
All right. All right, chat and panel. I need help. So, the hat I'm making is for a girl, a baby girl, brand new baby. Well, she ain't born yet. Will be a brand new baby. For some odd reason, because they want to make my life hard, it's a girl with dinosaurs. They're going dinos. And I really thought I had a little more specific as to what I was supposed to do. So not only I got to crochet the baby shower gift, but I'm also making the desserts to go with it.
And how much time do you have before all this?
3
March
days.
20th.
Yeah, you better get busy.
I got a little bit. So I've got two. It's a joint baby shower for a baby that's due, I think, on the 4th of April, and then one due like the next week. So the girl has dinosaurs. The boy, like it is like so back, like maybe unicorns. I don't know. It was so weird. I'm like, the girl should have it. It should be vice versa. But now we got to pick out the yarn. for the pattern that I finally picked out. And it's going to be fun because I've never, ever worked a hat from the bottom up. This one is. Matt says I am on the other coat from those dots. Uh, so I am going to attempt this pattern, but now we got to pick out the yarn. Well, not we have. Oh, Matt's on the other coast. Yeah, Matt's over. Aren't you in Cali, Matt? If memory serves me correctly, which I could be so way wrong, but he's way over there. So we got this yarn. Coats and Clark Simply Soft, just the sunshine. Nothing. None of them are fancy. I don't know who makes this, but it's got the bumblies. But it's shiny. You can't really see it in here. Look at the here, look.
It's got the bumpity bumps.
Yeah, but they're small bumpy bumps. And
They're still bumps.
But then it's got like a little shiny in it, but it's not really shiny. It's just like a I say like a thread almost. It's super soft. So that's got a little bit of shine to it. So it's like a baby soft yellow. Or do we go a little funky since it's dinosaurs and do like a multicolor? Or do I do like a green? Do I go hunting for green? Or do we do multicolors? But I've got to be careful that the yarn's not too busy, so that way it actually shows the stitch. So it almost has to be a solid, I think.
Yeah.
What do you guys?
You can use the bumpity bumps.
Use the bumpity bump ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Out of the bumpities?
Yep.
Might have a little bit of yarn bar. Or, excuse me, or do I pick a different color for a dinosaur? Do I go baby blue? Kind of like this color? Or do I not worry about the theme and just make something pink or purple because it's a girl?
Just use the bumpity bumps.
Because my thought was if their theme is dinosaur, chances are the kid's going to be in a lot of the lighter colors, pastels, dinosaur colors, like greens and browns and yellows. All right, bumpity bump it is. I'm going to get so mad at myself for not putting this in the right spot. Oh, Mary agrees. All right. Where's everybody else's opinion?
Good night,
Mary says,
Mandy.
good night, y'all. Last day of school before spring break. I have to get some rest. Sixth graders are going to be way beyond excited, and I need my energy. Yes. Ooh, I'm glad you said something. I think spring break starts next week here as well. But I think mine gets 2 weeks. I don't know, way too long. Okay. Ooh. I'm just not giving the letter. Okay. Working on it there. Let's see. Ooh, Hank, when did you send me that hat? I like it. Okay. Your request has been entered. Ah! Okay. All right. Off my phone. Now I'm going to play with Shark. So everybody in chat, what are you guys working on tonight? Or are you guys going to be going to bed? Like, what's the agenda? Because technically, I know my live started like a long time ago, but I wasn't here for the first hour of it. And I need to make progress somewhere. And for those that did order yarn for me, it's still being packaged. Mandy, I'm going to have to get creative, which I think I've got it figured out. So I can't wait to send yours. Is it bad? Like, I think I'm like, okay, so if I do it this way, this way, or this way, it should work. It's bad. Oh, has anybody seen Lana tonight? I haven't seen her tonight.
No,
I don't think I've even seen her
I
in
don't
the
think
hiding in the
so.
street. I didn't see her in the streets today either, really. But I also didn't get to pop into too many. Work was weird today. Ooh, that looks like that might be a problem when I come up to this.
Who
You guys
who
see that?
sent who sent that to you? Who sent that to you?
Thanks.
What? Sent you what?
Ew, I'm eating fibers. Auntie Beth says, when I think scene for a baby, I think the nursery scene. Miss Pink says, I wasn't online until Matt. Auntie Beth says, I never have an agenda. Whatever happens, happens. Even if I have an agenda, that's usually the way my life goes, so whatever happens, happens. I just gotta roll with it. There's some things you have no control over. And apparently my life is something I don't have control over. Little problem I already see with this yarn. So the one thread that we do see, and this isn't the right camera for it actually, oh, there it is. There we go. I just dropped it. Come back. I'm back. You see that? See what happened to it? So it's supposed to be all nice and tight, but it's a little apart right here. So the only thing that's got this little piece together is the shiny thread, but it's wood. So that's quite a bit of, that's a nice section. But guess what? At least it's in the beginning. I hope it doesn't do this the whole time.
Yeah, that's kind of, ugh.
All right. So we'll see what it's like whenever I go to wind it up. We'll see. If there's a whole bunch of spots like that, then I won't be using it, sure. MCC says the post office have bigger boxes for 16 plus mailing rates. That is what I use to mail my package. Yes. Yes. But I don't use the post office. I go through Pirate Ship. Pirate Ship might use, the post office ships through Pirate Ship, but I go through Pirate Ship because it's a lot cheaper than the post office rate. Yes, I have the flat rate.
Jesse.
Hey, Jesse, welcome in, honey.
Hey, Jesse.
How was your Thursday? But yeah, I've got the priority mail boxes and the envelopes as well. Some padded and bubbled, some not. Excuse me, but for the most part, anytime that I've put anything in the flat rate boxes and was going to ship flat rate, it was going to cost me more to go through the flat rate shipping UPS than Pirate Ship. But Pirate Ship just lowered their rates this year. It wasn't as cheap. It was comparable, but not as cheap. Still, shipping's astronomical. Yeah. Still be eating a little bit of it on the shipping. And then, like, over a standard, I think, 14-inch long box, anything over 14 inches, they'll charge you an additional $2 for an odd-shaped package. There's one. And Miss Rebecca. Thank you all for being here. I am going to get the other camera swapped over. Some old, some new. Yep. Yes. If you use priority boxes, you pay the priority prices. Yes. Now, granted, going priority, it gets the things there just a little bit faster. Not a ton, but a little bit. Go priority. But other than these past shipments, and actually I think it took longer to ship to Missouri than it does even to ship halfway across. I can ship to California faster than shipping to my own state. A package made it to California before it hit Branson. Branson? Tourist destination down south. Pebble Rock. About an hour, 4-hour drive. Yeah. Just about an hour before Arkansas. Mm-hmm. Yep.
By the way, my
For Silver
teacher made me tell about how he calls Kansas Kansas and Arkansas Arkansas. Arkansas and Kansas.
So, foul stitch in the funky yellow that hopefully it stays together. If not, I think as long as I crochet it, I think it will be fine. What do you think? Even those bad spots should be fine.
I can give it a shot and see what happens.
Right? What's the worst I can have? What do we got? Auntie Beth says, I have a package in St. Louis right now. Could you pick it up for me, please? Absolutely. I'd love to, Auntie Beth. I'd love to. I would love to. Sherry sent my birthday box, and it was supposed to be here last Saturday. They aren't playing. Yeah. No, a lot of the packages have been taking some time. So USPS has been definitely twiddling their thumbs. For sure. Wrong button. Ooh. What kind of hat? What kind of we got? Did we get to see? Or are you just gonna tell us?
It's gonna be a
Or is this
surprise.
surprise? Surprise. Alright, let me get my other camera up. Mute. Close. Oh. And Matt and Rebecca, that was very nice of you two for the doubles giveaway last night over at West Coast Wednesday. That was very awesome of you two. And I'm sure Dawn was extremely happy. Okay. Lost connection. Oh no. There's no bueno. That
It
can't
was
be.
a fun time with Don. Thank you very much for the compliment.
Oh, absolutely. That was just phenomenal. You guys didn't bat an eye. You were like, "Yep, you won. Here we go. This is what we're gonna do." It was just cool. And you didn't have to do two prizes. You didn't have to do the one at all. But yeah, that was awesome. Auntie Beth says, I knew I wouldn't win because I could only enter one. Allergies need to go. Auntie Beth, see, okay. Auntie Beth, see, that's where you're wrong. Okay. You have a knee that has no allergy, right? Or restriction. So I'm just saying, like, you still enter those things. And you just pass them to your knee because you love her, right? You love your knee. So you enter all the giveaways. And if you can't have it, you just I'll trade you. We'll trade you. Shh, but don't tell nobody, right? Between me and you. Just between me and you. I won't tell nobody. Okay? I can try, right? Doesn't hurt to try. Just saying. Just saying. Good night, Matt. Thank you for stopping in. Truly, 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 truly appreciate you.
Good night.
Thank you. Yeah, that whole work thing. I got a 7:00 start time too. And I don't wanna. But good night. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And it'd be awesome if you and Rebecca can join us tomorrow night doing the bingo. CINGO. Whoa, incoming. Hi. Hi. What are we doing? Pretty girl. A pretty birdie. What are we doing? How is my files at the school? Yeah, we ain't doing that one. Hi. What are we, yes, I know. I love you too. I do. I really do. I do. Ring around the mama. Ring around the mama. What, you want to go say hi? Everyone's over there. You want to say hi to your friends? Go say hi. Look. There's your friend. See him on the TV? Thank you for having me, Rebecca. As often as I can, I will be there. AB Beth says, all of my nieces are on YouTube. And Tank says, well, I kind of adopted Pebbles as my sister. See? Right? And JoJo also. It was nice to have JoJo over there last night. Were you over there?
Over there. Where was I? Where was I?
Oh, she said in JoJo too.
Where was I last night?
I don't know. Where were you last night? Where were you on the night of March 5th at 10:30 Central Standard Time?
Oh, if I know.
Yeah, I don't remember where I was. I could have been over there at that time. I think I was there a little bit later.
Fiber Jazz, Rebecca, and also me. I was over there at their live earlier today. Before here.
See, this whole work thing is just really, it's overrated.
If that's what she's talking about, I was over there for a little while.
Ooh, Tank,
Went
when the lights went
and
out.
said hello and gave my thumbs up and stuck around for a little bit and then somebody asked me to go somewhere else. I don't know. Oh, it was Connie's live, I think. Or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't get that. Tank says I was in Niche live last night.
Yes, I was over there for a little while.
Auntie Beth says, where were you, Joe? Inquiring minds. Laugh out loud.
I never know where I'm at. I don't even know where I'm at most of the time in real life here. I don't know.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's a few times where.
Don't ask me these hard questions.
Right?
The hell are you thinking, Beth?
Like, can I have multiple choice?
Exactly. Can I call a friend? Need a lifeline.
Right?
Watch out, I'm calling either John or you. Where the hell was I last night at 10:30?
That is the awesome thing.
Like the cops that I showed up. Where were you on December 5th? At 4:30 p.m.? I don't know. What I'm being accused of, I'll tell you if I was there.
Be like, hold on. Was bingo involved?
Exactly. If bingo was involved, it was probably me.
So, like, if we were playing bingo, I was definitely there. Yes, officer, I was.
Yeah. Yep, that was me. Yep. I done did it.
Oh man. Where were you December 2nd? You're like, I don't know, where was I? What does it say I was doing? You're like, hold on, can you tell me first? This is a trick question. Yeah. You let me know what I was doing on December 1st. Hey, Panda!
There you go, it's done.
How are you? What are we done in? What have we done in? Hold on, we got something done. We're done in it.
It's all done.
Oh, what yarn is that?
The the granny square.
No
All on
way. I got
granny.
that in the red.
Yeah. I don't use it for granny
Right.
squares. I make blankets and stuff out of it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a granny square.
Yeah, so that's
Like
what I
granny,
made with this one.
like granny rectangle lines.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, because just different stuff.
So how many
All
different
right. All
stitches are in
right.
that anyway?
Not many.
It looks like a
Um,
bunch of different rows, like different stitches per row.
yeah, okay, because you start with the ring and then it's double crochet, and you keep doing the normal stuff until you get it increased to where you want it. Um,
Uh,
and then then there's a half double crochet cross stitch, and then it's just single crochet into your half doubles, and you single, let's see, and then you single crochet back loop only for 2 rows, and then you repeat the half double crochet and single, and that's it. It's not that many. It's pretty easy. I mean, it didn't take me long at all to do it. No, but I didn't stop and take breaks or anything like that. I'd make it quicker. Now, does it look like it's supposed to? I don't know because this is Mishi's, and I don't know what her hat actually looks like. I have to go look, but probably not.
I'm sure it looks just
But
the way it's supposed to.
it probably doesn't,
However
but
you did
that's
it.
okay. But that's okay. It's it's still a decent hat. It's thick. It'll be warm. That'd be very warm. And this will be put in the hats to be donated.
That's awesome. Ooh, I can always do a hat out of the Harry Potter collection.
So yeah, I mean that's what I'm making hats for.
Okay.
So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hats now, I think.
What?
Yeah.
To my one.
Mhm.
I got one done.
Yeah, I work on it in the evening time, and I started that one when we were doing bingo today.
oh, and I was 3
Oh
away
man.
from a full freaking
Yeah,
board. Oh my
yeah.
god.
See, I was down to 5 away, and then I looked away, and then by the time I got a chance to look back, the game was there. I'm like, well, on the cover. I needed 5 more. Hey, Claire.
Yeah. I wasn't doing too well today. It was an off day, but maybe Monday. You never know.
Right?
Some days I do really good, and some days I've got 3 numbers they call the first bingo, and I was like, seriously. And then you catch up all of a sudden. You look away because you're crocheting because you figure you got no chance in hell. You look up and 3/4 of your board's filled. Well, what the hell happened?
Oh, Chris, no rush, honey. Your package is still sitting on the table waiting to get vacuumed.
Hi, Chris K. And Panda. Hello.
Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Um,
Beth put in the
I
chat what she's working on. I can't pull it up because I don't have YouTube open.
I'll just open it up. What the hell?
Thank you.
I'll click on it and see what it is. If it'll let me click on it.
And then she said, "I'm purple, of course." And then give me just a moment. I got to go quickly dehydrate before I sit down because once I sit and start crocheting, I actually want to be able to pick up a hook and play with yarn before I go to bed.
If it'll ever open. Here it comes. Okay. Let me go to cam again. Turn this light off so you can see it better.
Helper will do your package tomorrow.
That's what she's working on. If you can see that.
Oh, nice.
Okay, now I can go back to where I was. Oh, crap. There we go. Okay. So now I need to think what I want to do next. I need to finish a shawl. I need to finish a tablecloth. No, I've been wide awake tonight. I just finished a hat. So I'm just thinking about what I want to work on next. If it's another hat or something else, I don't know.
All right.
I need a very easy pattern, or I just make one off the top of my head.
You want to do this bobble one with me? I'll send it to you.
I don't like bobbles. I don't like bobbles.
I
It's a
am a
yarn
little
eater.
worried.
It's a yarn eater.
Yeah, I'm a little worried that the stitch definition might not pop up in this, but we'll do a couple of them and we'll see what happens. Because I can always do the brim in the yellow and change the color if I don't like it, right?
True. That says 2 shades of purple even. We'll make it really big because I'm a bigger person. Okay, just saying.
She does have a bigger noodle than the average size noodle. And by noodle, I mean brain.
You mean what?
Your brain.
Ah,
Your big brain.
you got big everything. Just face it.
I mean, but come on. I mean, that's like everybody's bigger than I am. I'm
You were like a
not.
little stand us next to each other, and you're like a 5-year-old. You know?
I don't know that small.
Huh?
I'm not that small.
Compared to me?
Okay, well,
Yeah.
all right.
You know, even Chrissy, my brother's wife.
Yes,
She's kind of tall too.
yes. I'm just smaller.
Let's see if you met my sister or my dad. I mean, you met Dad.
Mhm.
They're more your size.
Yes. So where did your bigism come from?
My grandfathers.
Okay.
One was 6'7" and one was 6'5". My one grandma. I mean, says that everybody says that she was tall. And how tall was she? And 5'9", and I was like, that's kind of average, isn't it? I don't know.
What?
You know, it's like I don't think that's tall. But
Average.
my one grandma, she was like you. She's right. I think she was 4'11" though. I think I've heard. I think at one time she was 5'3", but when she got older, she shrank. I think she was like
I don't
4'11", something like that. When at the end.
I don't have room to shrink. I'm concerned.
Well, if
I
I
I don't
shrink,
have
I'll be normal. Maybe if I shrink, I'll be a normal height.
I don't think no, you can't be normal, Joe. What are you, 6? 6
Yeah,
months?
6.
Hmm.
If I have shoes on, then taller, yeah, but barefoot, yeah, 6.
Oh no, on a good, like, going to the doctor, I've convinced them to let me get measured with my shoes on, and I'll reach 5. I'm like, pretty please, can I keep my shoes on this time? I just want to feel it. I just want to know what it feels like to be big.
Do a bod simple beanie, like back to basics beanie.
This is going to be a
I
mess.
mean, if I'm going to do something like back to basics beanie, I mean, I could do that off the top of my head. That's basically single crochets all the way. But I could do one in the round of maybe half double crochets, back loop only, give it a little texture.
So are you
Ooh.
winding that? Are you winding that up, Jess, or just gonna
Well, I
play
will
with it?
after. Well, no, I have to unyarn bark it. That's a huge
Oh,
knot.
the hell with that. Use something else.
Well, no, because
And
the
if
thing is,
see,
Joe,
yeah.
she has to do it eventually, so she might as well do it now while it's in her hand.
Well, she
Otherwise,
can use
she'll.
it for stuffing amigurumi.
Oh my god!
Well, it's
But
got the
you see,
buffies anyway.
but once I get the
Give it a
major
boost.
untangled done, it will go fine. But right now, it's a big
So
tangled knot.
I was just watching a video from MJ, and I figured out where I went wrong with my start the second one in. That's only on the first row, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So when they say do your first I don't know, you guys, you should know this already, you guys should have told me this. So when you do your first chain and you do your second chain back, you go into the second one all the way through, chain one, and then the first one all the way through back the first way. So you always add one on the end and then go the second one in, right, on the second row back, and then everything's the same amount back and forth now. So I don't know.
Well, yeah, 'cause your chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch.
Well, yes, but the thing is, it is by adding an extra chain on the end of your first chain when you start your second row. That's why you start the second one over, because you're adding an extra chain to it, right? But no, you ever told me that, because I figured, okay, well, you start the second one in, and that's why I lost 15 stitches on 15 rows, because I was going the second one in every time.
Oh, got you. Yeah,
Chris,
no. Oh, yeah.
Chris K says, "Say no to scissors, Joe." And
It's it's the little things, right?
now, if I had yarn bark that looked like that, I'd be like, "Oh no, just stick it in a bag. I'll deal with it later."
And
And then that bag goes in with another bag, and because I put them in Ziplocs. And then next thing you know, I
oh
have a
yeah,
huge bag full of that. And then I was like, I'll donate it. Somebody will want this shit.
me. I take
And
all yarn bark.
I gave you
Yes.
some, I'm sure.
And yeah, and it's all fixed. It is all
Yeah, I just let
yep.
somebody else use it. They can use it. So I ain't got the patience for that crap.
I just don't know how this even happens. Like, how does this mess even become a thing? Like,
Send yarn bark there too. I don't have any at the moment. I might in my room, but I don't think so. I don't know. I'll look.
there's people. There are people. There is. There are people that I've seen that offer to untangle your yarn bark for you and send it back to you. You would mail it to them, they untangle it and mail it back.
Yeah, but see, most of my yarn is like value yarn, so it wouldn't be worth it.
right? I'm like, what? Like,
Maybe if
one,
you
I'm
had
not paying.
something like what, Noro or something that was more expensive.
Well, even still, like, it's gonna cost. So the person, you're paying $2 per ball plus shipping there and back.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It better be some damn expensive yarn to make it worth it.
It better be
Night,
really
Mary.
tangled in some thin, messy yarn.
Yeah,
Good night,
Mary's.
Miss Mary.
Yeah, she's going to bed. Have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow at, what is today? Thursday? Yeah, bingo.
No bingo. Oh, yeah.
There's no bingo tomorrow? Why
Layman
not?
Hobie bingo. Layman Hobie bingo.
No, your bingo. 1.0. And what, 8 o'clock or something like that?
Sure.
8:15, whenever he feels like it. Just keep watching. Usually around 8. Maybe we'll do, I think you should do it all night long. Just saying. I would even stay awake for it, maybe. I fell asleep during Jess's bingo.
Yeah, no biggie.
When I take a lot of pain meds, I just can't do it.
Oh,
They knock me out, but I'd rather be dozing here and there, not being in pain for a little bit.
yeah. Well, I'm sure just being in pain is tough.
And if you notice I'm dozed off or whatever, just mute me.
Yep, I'll just usually drop you down for a second, and then if I see that you've been muted or whatever, then I know
Yeah,
you're.
you can just mute me, or I don't care, whatever. You drop me down, I see I'm not in the line thing anymore, and be like, okay, whatever, good night.
Well, you'll still see us on the screen though. But no, last time,
No, because
I just left you up there pretty much.
sometimes when we do bingo, I'm just on my phone, especially
Oh,
like I know, Chris. I wouldn't expect it back, but she was
what?
talking about some of the others.
Oh,
Yeah, but sometimes you do like the late night bingo, like you did. I'll just have it on my phone. So if you kicked me out for a while and all I saw was, the blank screen where like the live was over, I'd be like, okay, and go do whatever. Because usually once I wake up, I'm up for a while.
oh yeah, I kept you up there pretty much the whole time because you played bingo
Yeah.
with us.
You didn't kick me down there. All you did was muted me. And you just put me on mute. And I mean, okay, I must have been snoring or something.
Hey, don't bother me none. I'd rather know that you're actually finally getting some rest.
Yeah, it doesn't happen often. Not too often, anyway.
Not often enough.
Yeah.
All right. It's like we're
Yeah.
doing some good progress for a
Yeah.
second then.
Yeah. Sometimes, me and Tracy talk at night, and that one night, I think I looked at the clock, and it was like 5:30 in the morning. And I was like, crap.
Jojo.
I know. I was like, yeah, I gotta go. And she said, oh yeah. She's like, well, her boyfriend or whatever is gonna be getting up. I was like, I'm gonna go get a shower, and I don't know what I'll
Start
do
the day.
now. Yeah, that's like that. Get a shower and put comfy clothes on and bundle up with a blanket and then take a nap. Is when all the lights in the house go out, Motorboat knows it's bedtime.
Time for
And
bed.
I put my phone on any YouTube video. It doesn't matter, just for some noise, because I've got to have noise.
Right.
And it once. Oh, I'm not even settled yet, and she's already up here waiting for me to get settled so she can curl up on me.
Heck yeah, when she sees lights going, I'm sure she gets excited. She's like, yeah,
Yeah,
finally.
yeah, exactly. It used to be. I would take a nap about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, between 2:30, and she would go crazy about that time. And she was bothering, just meowing constantly. And Zach and Willie are like, "What the hell does she want?" And I was like, "She's waiting for me to get situated because she wants a nap with me." And they're like, "Oh,
Aw.
they're like, oh, bullshit." And I was like, "Watch." And I got all comfy, and I was like, "Come on." And she just came up there and curled right up there next to my neck on my chest. And so I was laying on my side. She just curled up there, and I covered her up, and she went to sleep. And they're like, "I'll be." And I was like, "See, that's what she wanted."
Right. All she
Because,
wanted.
for years and years, that was our schedule.
Right.
And especially like when Zach was in school. But now it's like, I don't have to be up at certain times for Zach anymore,
Right.
to make sure he gets off to the school bus or he gets his breakfast or whatever. I mean, he does for himself, pretty much. So now the schedule's changed, so she just watches to see when everybody's taking a nap and she comes over.
But come on, nap time.
I'll wake up with her laying on my chest, and don't you feel her on you? And I'm like, no. And they're like, but you should watch her. And when you're sleeping, I was like, yeah, I'll do that next time. I'll watch her when I'm sleeping. And I was
I'll
like,
be
what are you
right.
talking about? Like, when you're laying on the couch, she goes to the other end of the couch, and it's like she's stalking you almost. She'll take a couple steps, and then a couple more. If you move, she freezes. Goes some more. If you move, she'll freeze again until she gets to where she wants, and then she turns around 2 or 3 times, usually right there on your chest or your hip, one of the two, and then she just lays there and she's all good. And I
She's
was
so
like, yeah.
precious.
And I was like, yeah. She's like a kid to me, another kid. So during the day, I've got 3 kids here,
Mhm. For
and
you. One of them ain't supposed to even be there.
one thinks he lives here, but he doesn't.
Are you sure he doesn't? I mean, can we
I
ask
think it
him?
was in. I think me, Connie, and Annie were on a chat, and we were playing bingo, hobby bingo.
Yeah.
And Willie was back in the kitchen doing something, and he's like, "It's like he's like, I'm not the only one that lives here," because he was picking up something from Zach, and my head just kind of turned slowly and looked at him,
What'd
and I was like,
you
"Last
say?
I knew, you didn't live here." It's like, you do not live here. I said, "I don't want make you think that." And I was like,
I like
"No."
that.
And he said, she's like, I just pictured your head slowly turning and looking at him. I was, oh, it did. I was like,
Oh yeah.
you do not live here. Let's get that
I'm
straight right
like,
now.
what's he talking about?
And
What'd you
Annie's like, I
say?
didn't know if you were going to kick him out or not. And I was like, it's not often that I have to do that. But when he's just on my nerves really bad, I was like, yeah, I think we need to go home because I just can't anymore today. He's like, I'll just
Have
go in
home.
Zach's room. And I like, good place for you to be. So you either go in there, keep it down, or you go home. I don't care which one it is. Because you're just on my damn nerves today. And it doesn't happen often. It's
Well, not
rare.
too much for as often as he's there.
Huh?
I said not too often for as often as he is
No,
there.
he's here 6 days a week, seeing Zach. And I'm fine with that usually. I don't care. He doesn't really bother me normally. But I was dealing with Dad that day, and then my brother's calling, everybody's calling, and trying to figure out what the hell we're gonna do with Dad and stuff because he was being a butthead.
Not
Wouldn't
Dad.
listen.
Never.
Yeah, because he was sick and wouldn't go to the doctor and this, that, and the other, and so I was already fed up. And then he comes over and just being a pest. And I'm just like, not today. Nope.
You're like, I do
Yeah,
not have time for this.
he's like, just talk to he's like, just talk to your little friends. And I was like, excuse me?
Oh.
And he's like, he's like, well, that's something you like to do is talk to your people or read or something. And I was like, no, I don't want to right now. I want you to just shut up and leave me alone.
Right.
I just want to be left alone. I was like, I'm having one of them days. And he's like, so you're bitchy today. And I said, oh my God.
Get out. Just get out. Just get out and leave. I don't even need to deal with this right now.
Yeah, and that's where it was. I said, you either have to go or go in Zach's room because I can't. I just can't. Not now. And he said, I'll just go to Zach's room. And I was like, good place for you. I was like, lock the door, lock yourselves in for a while. You can't get out.
You're like, yeah, the thing on the doorknob. Turn it, please.
Yeah. And they stayed in there for quite a while, and he's like, I need to come out and fix supper. Nope. Not doing it. No. He's like, well, we got to eat. And I was like, order a fucking pizza. You're not going to go in there and be banging around and shit. I just can't today. Just no.
You're like, nope, not today. No pizza for you.
He's like, is there anything I can do for you? And I was like, no. I mean,
Get out. Just get out.
Yeah. I was like, there really wasn't anything. It's just like I was just having a bad day. And he's like, is it like that menopause stuff? Is that what your problem is? Oh, you want to be hurt today? Is
Yeah,
that
it's
your problem? Oh my God, I'm going to hurt.
Menopause, yeah. You're the man that's causing my problem.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Yeah. There's a reason why it's called menopause.
Yeah. Because he's like, no, he was just like, I don't understand what's going on, why you're, upset. I was like, so then I explained, I was like, with Dad and stuff, I was like, it's a lot. I'm clear over here. What the hell do they want me to do?
Oh.
I'm 3 hours away. Yeah. I don't have room for Dad here, or I'd have him come here for, a week or two, give everybody a break, but I don't have room.
Dad would drive you bonkers, girl.
Oh, I've been down there for 2 weeks. So
I'm saying if Dad came to you, no, I think Dad would drive you absolutely absurd.
Yeah, but you can lose him by walking through the house and coming around the other door. You can't lose him in your apartment.
That's true. He'd be sitting right there. But I could go put a comfy chair, like one of the I like them anyway. Those canvas camping chairs or whatever. I've got mine. It's for bigger people. It's got 2 cup holders and it's nice and comfy. I'll go put that in my closet and just stay in there. I got a big walk-in closet.
It's called your bedroom that you never go into.
Yeah, there's no heat. Yeah. There's no heat in the closet either, but
Most closets have heat.
Yeah, but I could put a heater in there. No, that wouldn't work either because he'd be like, Joe, where are you? Not here. No, I mean, it came down to it. I got recliners you could sleep in. And I told Megan that. She's like, he won't leave here. I don't know what to tell you. You know, my brother's offered to take him there for, a week or so, and he won't do it. So normally what happens is I go down, and sometimes Michaela stays there with me, and they go camping. They have a camper. So they go camping, probably 40 minutes away. That way they're not too far away from her kid. I know. I know. I love you. So yeah, I'll go down and watch them, and make sure they're all fed and watered and shit, bathed. What do you want? No, no. What do you need? Really? I don't think so. No. I gave you wet food earlier. You don't need any more.
Adele.
No.
Hey, Adele. How are you doing?
Hey,
What do you get to,
Dad.
Adele?
Adele?
Okay. I love you. Oh yeah, you're coming up. Go ahead. I'm not crocheting right now.
There you go, Jess. Look
Come
how straight.
on.
Look how straight. Look how straight my
Come
rows
on.
are.
How do you do that? I can't do that.
Like because I just listened to
What
the video
what
and
stitch?
it's a single
Mine always
back.
turn out wonky.
It's a single back loop, not a back loop, a back V stitch.
Okay.
So it's a single crochet. But
Okay,
like
single crochets will work for me, but half doubles, they always turn out wonky, and so do doubles. I cannot figure that shit out.
so I'm doing this. This is called the Snuggle Season Crochet Beanie by MJ Off the Hook,
Uh-huh.
and it starts with the brim. So the fold. So this will actually fold over, right? So this will actually fold over. So this will be the bottom part of the hat. You're actually starting from the bottom of the hat on this one.
Okay.
So I have to do 64 rows of this. So 64 rows of this will give me my round.
Okay.
But you do them in multiples of 4. In order to increase or decrease, do it in multiples of 4. Apparently. No, I don't need stitch markers. No, Chris, I don't need stitch markers now because I just figured out how to do them properly. See, look
Well,
how straight
well,
that
if
is.
you're talking to me, Chris, about how they turn out wonky, I use stitch markers. They still turn out wonky. I made a blanket once, used stitch markers from the very start. Turned out wonky. Had to frog the whole freaking thing. But if I made it in single crochet, turns out straight every time. Lay down.
What do you think that is, Jojo?
I have no idea. I really don't know.
So single
Maybe
crochet turns out fun.
maybe I just need to do single
Anything else?
crochet. Well, single crochet turns out fine, and when I do the thicket stitch, it turns out fine.
So
So
what is
maybe I
this?
just need a Suzette. Maybe I
Oh, this is
just
that.
maybe I just need to do single crochet on the edges of everything. I don't know. It is what it is, and if you want perfect, go to the store and buy it.
Absolutely. You can't even do that.
You're not going to get perfect from me. I crochet because it's fun, and it's going to be wonky sometimes. So be it. I made a couch cover in blanket yarn. Oh my god, that was like over a king size because I want to go over the couch, the back of the couch too. It was bigger
Yeah.
than a king size. That took like 2 weeks for me to do, 3. And it turned out
Hey,
fine.
Dad.
I did single crochet. It turned out fine. You know, people were asking
That would
me
have felt never ending.
if I would sell that, and I was like, you couldn't afford it.
Oh, hell no.
They're like, why? And I was like, because the yarn itself, you couldn't afford it because that was
Well,
expensive.
do you remember how much yarn you had to use to do that?
No, it was over 10.
Holy shit.
I said it was huge. I mean, when I lay on the couch, I can lay with my head on the cushion and my feet don't touch the other cushion, the edge of the couch.
Oh,
But
wow.
it's a big couch, so I had to make it extra long and extra wide. It's like crap, right, motorboat? Yeah, you getting comfy? Nope, stay there. You just need some loves. Yep, you're
Hey, always,
fine.
Ma.
You're doing good. You gonna live?
Yep.
Hey, just checking. What do you want? I know what you want. Everybody knows what you want.
I think I do.
Everybody knows what you want. They do.
Motorboat.
He's not paying no attention to you.
Fuck. Sorry.
Sex language, it's not that kind of show.
Yeah.
Oh, bless you. You're coughing, motorboat sneezing. You got a cute sneeze, though. You do. Are y'all better? Want one? Hmm? Is that what you want over there? You keep looking over there. Is this what you want? Is that what you want? You want some of those? You want one of these? Is that good? Get your head out of the bag. I'll get you another one.
Oh
Is that good stuff? Here.
my god, Serena, that's hilarious. Chris Kaleidoscope. Have you ever made a kaleidoscope?
Have you ever made what?
A kaleidoscope.
Chris Kaleidoscope. Have you ever made a kaleidoscope? Here, I'll put a few down there for you, and then you can go lay down or something. Back up. Back up. There you go. She loves these things. I have to get her. They're expensive though. They're
Which
feline
one?
greenies. They're feline greenies. Catnip flavor.
Greenies?
Greenies.
Oh, yeah. You were talking about those the other night.
Wait, actually, Chris, didn't I ask you that question when you first came on my show too? I'm pretty sure I did.
Because I use
so you need to just
Fetch.
put a video up here.
I
So
use
you need
Fetch, and you got points for buying so much money with these. So I got them, and she loves the hell out of them. I mean, those are the ones
That's
she
nice.
got her head stuck in the bag the other day trying to get to them. And I was like, what the hell are you doing?
That's phenomenal.
Sure.
She's
She's trying to
awesome.
get to them. Yeah, she likes those, so I'll get her some more since she likes them. They're a little expensive, though. But you know, she might be a little spoiled.
What?
Yeah,
What? I wouldn't have guessed.
yeah, I know.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Last thing I would have thought, for sure.
Yeah,
Especially motorboat.
yeah. Willie told me today. I asked him, but he's the one that thinks she's super skinny. Oh,
Yeah.
here's another motorboat here. Here's one that fell out of the bag. Um, and he's been feeding her like wet foods and more foods, and I asked him today, and I was like, because he would mention her being skinny. I was like, do you really think she's still too skinny? And he's like, compared to my cat, yeah. And I was like, you've got a male cat, a tuxedo cat. They're bigger cats.
Yeah,
But Beth,
and
you never
broader
answered
as
the
well.
question.
I was like, don't compare the cats because they're two different breeds and shit. Just as you know her forever, do you think she's too
Right?
skinny? And he's like, I do. And I was like, then we'll get her some more wet food that she can eat, and we'll make her. I was like, we'll give her some more. It won't hurt her. I mean, she
Right.
does look skinny, but she always has to me. I don't know.
She's got a slim trim.
Yeah, but right there by her back hip, she's real skinny there. And I said, well, I'll give her some more wet foods, but I'll mix it in with her dry. I don't want her getting used to having wet food every single day because that shit's expensive. It's not cheap. For wet food. So I might, when I'm down there at Dad's, go to Amish place because I get a lot of her treats and stuff there. I'll see what they have for wet food. It's a hit and miss. You never know what they're gonna have.
There. Okay, I've been talking this whole time and had no idea that I was muted for like a while.
Yep.
Oh, unmute?
I
Unmute.
can make a kaleidoscope, Chris.
Okay.
I actually have plans for a kaleidoscope. Oh no, I'm thinking of a periscope. Oh man. Yes, I can make a kaleidoscope.
Okay. I wish this didn't have like this mess that's just dangling down. That's like every few that I grab, it pulls another strand. Trying. So Joe, you might have been right. I should have just maybe put this in a bag and set it off to your side.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, how does this even happen, man? Like, what did people do to the yarn to make it do this? I didn't do
Let
this.
the cat,
I
let the cats play with it.
That would do it.
well, I don't know if the person had a cat. So, I mean, I'll blame the cat. Why not?
Oh, what to make, what to make.
Maybe Joey wanted to make a nest out of it.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, I don't know who did what with it, but it's almost done, and then I can start on.
Maybe that's why they got rid of it. They didn't want to mess with it either.
I wouldn't doubt it, because there was quite a mess in the beginning there.
Mm. Oh, Zach's yelling at Motorboat. She's getting into something. Come on, Motorboat. Get back in here.
She just want to help. She wants to play too. Zach.
Yeah. Give her a Motorboat. Yeah, you stay in here. Shut your door, Zach.
Oh.
I know, but you're getting into stuff in there.
Ooh. Okay, I'm
She
following
looked
him
at
in
the
chat.
she looked at the door when he shut it, and she goes, "Row, row, row." You got kicked out, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
I love you. Yes, I do. Yeah. I love you.
Ah.
I love you.
Motorboat, do you want a treat? You want a
She
treat,
just
Motorboat?
had some. Shut up, John. She just had some like 5 minutes ago. I gave her the greenies.
Well, now she needs a treat for her treat.
She doesn't need any more. She's got food in her bowl if she's hungry. Since he said that she was skinny, I've been keeping her bowl filled up. Normally, I would feed her like 3 times a day, just enough, whatever it was.
Right.
And but since he thinks she's too skinny, I've just been leaving food in her bowl. So whenever she's hungry, she can go and eat it.
Okay, let's see.
What do you get when you cross an elephant with a kangaroo? A jumping elephant?
A jumping elephant.
Oh yeah, kangaroo jumps.
Hey, Bonnie. What you doing? Can we make a kaleidoscope? Okay, I heard that one. Oh, that's awesome. You'll have your chicken done in no time.
Get great big holes all over Australia. See, a jumping elephant. I told you.
I was thrown off guard that someone talked to me on Instagram that was searched.
Go lay down. You're fine. Go lay down. Nope, you're done for the night.
Okay. Oh God. Right, I'm gonna see what my other is. What was that?
Okay, your weather is 40 with 4-mile-an-hour winds. Humidity 55%. All right, let's
Not
see what it
terrible
is.
right now.
Let's see what it is here, just for shits and giggles.
Undo.
Okay, best weather is 37. Wind at 6. 54% humidity.
Right, weather has
Chris Pay says
improved.
weather improved Jessica. So weather for Jessica is 33 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds at 17, humidity 88. They never put my weather in there. Maybe that my weather, maybe? I don't know. Let me try again. I must have put
Why
in,
did it have weather for Jessica? I now I have
yeah,
my own.
because Chris K said weather improved Jessica. And it said weather for Jessica. Okay, I'm 35 degrees, wind at 3, humidity 70.
So okay, now I, I
Weather improved.
I was waiting for it to pop up the temperature. There it is. So there's actually a town called Improve.
And town called Jessica, but we don't know where the hell it's at.
All right.
All right. Adele's
Weather.
weather is 68 degrees, winds at 14 miles an hour, and humidity 48%. Oh, it's windy there. We already did weather for Jessica.
Okay. All right. Now, sorry. Now we got to go on a goose chase. Where's the town of Jessica?
Wow, this is
There's probably
Jessica,
about
Colorado.
5 million of them.
There's Jessica, Colorado. There's Jessica Avenue, Jessica Lane, and Jessica
No, there's a
Street.
town.
Yeah,
No, I
Jessica,
know all that.
Colorado. Jessica, Colorado.
Okay, Serena's weather 56 degrees, wind at 21, humidity 37%. Chris K is Decatur, 36, wind at 2, humidity 70. Pretty close to what mine was. Let me see if I can find it. I was at 35, 370. Yeah, pretty close. We're off. Mine was 35, yours is 36. Mine was 3 for wind, yours is 2, and we both have 70% humidity. So it's probably close there to Dad's too then. Close to that. What are we looking at here? Oh, for that. No, I don't need that one. We're looking for Benson, North Carolina. 38, 5-mile-an-hour winds, 56% humidity. Yep, we've got your weather pretty much. All right, John's weather is 36 degrees, 2 Celsius, 11 miles per hour or 18 kms, and humidity 58%. Well, those are cute for the kids. Yeah, that one, preemie crochet hats. Those are cute. Those got frogs and I see frogs. Maybe a bear. That's cute. looks pretty simple on that one. Just change your colors. I gotta find some easier pretty soon. Boys had chicken again. I'm just tired of chicken. I don't eat meat much anymore. Not a whole lot. Of course, I do have some crab meat in the freezer. That doesn't sound bad.
What kind of meat?
Crab, imitation crab.
Ugh, ugh. What would
Mm,
you like? How would you eat it? Just eat?
with some garlic butter.
Ooh, there's another of the billow beanie.
Or put it in macaroni and cheese. Or a salad. And there's all kinds of things you can do with it. Well, John's pretty far from us, but the weather's closed.
Right? Ooh, I like that one.
Well, Chris
Right?
K said John's not too far from us either, Joe. I mean, he's kind of far away. His weather is similar, though. And Chris K isn't exactly close to me either. I mean, I don't
How far
know.
away about?
Well, there'd be a different way to go to get to Decatur from where I'm at, so I'd have to look it up. Because I've seen road signs that say, for Decatur, go this way, but I don't go through Decatur.
Because you go one direction and then Decatur would be kind of like straight versus you going north.
Right. No, I wouldn't like that. I would want crab and cream cheese.
Crab, cream cheese, and crackers.
I don't know. Chris K said crab plus cream cheese plus wontons.
Wonton. And a wonton, you mean?
That's what it says.
If we're putting it in a wonton, that's crab rangoon, no?
Yeah.
With a little bit of green onions.
Mm. I got some diced ham in there, and there's northern beans in the cabinet.
Diced ham and who?
I have diced ham in the freezer, and I've got northern beans. I can make some ham and beans.
Diced ham and what? Sorry, my earbud keeps cutting out.
I can make some ham and beans. I've got northern beans in the cabinet.
Oh, heck yeah. Get some ham hocks and cornbread. Now we're talking. I'm coming over.
Mm-hmm.
What have you eaten tonight, though? Or today? Probably nothing.
Half a piece of chicken. Some yogurt. This morning I did have some cereal though. So I've eaten. Maybe not enough, but I've eaten. I don't eat a whole lot. And I've been eating dried pineapple. That's what I've been munching on. Amish land. What's Amish land? I don't know if I've heard of Amish land.
Amish land, Arthur, Illinois, Amish land.
Yeah, yeah, I've been to Arthur many, many a times, but I don't know what Amish land is. I go to Arthur every time I'm down that way.
Sounds like a perfect time to stop at one of those little Amish shops.
Yeah, I go down to the grocery store down there. That's where I get the stuff cheaper.
And I'm
That's in
sure
Arthur.
fresher.
Yeah, that's where Arthur is, but I don't know what Amish. I don't know if that's a store, restaurant. I don't know what that is. I'll wait for her to tell me what it is.
All right, and in a momento, I shall be right back.
That's just what I call it. Well, you said Amish land in Arthur, so you're calling Arthur Amish land, or is there something in Arthur called Amish land? That's just what you call it. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I have questions, lots of questions. Why couldn't the yarn remember anything? I haven't a clue. Okay, yes, I call Arthur Amish land. Yes, I go there quite often when I'm down that way. I usually go to the country market, I think is what it's called, or county market. I don't know. Why couldn't the yarn remember anything? Its memory was a bit fuzzy. Oh Lord. The store is Beachy's. No, but it's not that one. I have it on Facebook. It's either county. God, what is that? I don't know. I could look it up. I've never gone to Beachy's. It's the other one similar to that. The other one, yeah, it's the other one. Oh God, is it county market, country? Crap. I don't know. I don't have another device to look it up. I'm using both of the ones I have.
Hold on, what do we got to look up?
Arthur, Illinois, like county market, maybe.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out the name of that store that I go to. She said Beachy's, but it's not Beachy's. It's one similar to that one, though.
What? Arthur, not author. Arthur.
Oh, I forgot the Arthur.
Arthur, Illinois stores. That's what I would put in.
Illinois. Illinois.
No, but it's not. It's not any of those. More places.
Beachy's Bulk Foods. Kitty Crest Farms. Amish Country Heirloom.
No.
Farmstead Fabric and Variety.
Mm-mm.
Frenchies. Ooh la la.
Country Salvage right there. That's the one. Awesome, Herb. Just 2 more patterns done.
Oh my, look at that hamburger roll.
Yeah. And they're like 30, they're like 30 some dollars, I think. Unless you catch them on sale. They have, depends on their sales this, every week you go.
Conde, no cakes. Ooh.
Oh, down there at the bottom on the left. On the previous picture.
Darn it. Hold on. Let me get back to it.
That one right there. Down there at the bottom left, that's all the ham salad and chicken salad. I buy that shit every time I go. It's good.
Ooh.
It's
And I'm
really
sure
good.
made in store, so it's probably
Yeah,
flipping
yes,
delicious.
it's fresh. If they don't have any out, you just ask somebody there that works there, and they'll go in the back and make some up for you.
Got a nice selection.
Yeah, and it's a lot cheaper than some. I mean, some places is a lot cheaper. I mean, some items, and some items aren't so much. You go with their sales.
Huh. Well, if y'all are ever in Arthur, Illinois,
Yeah, that's where I do my shopping.
stop by,
There you go. There's your big logs of hamburger.
get you
Probably
the
says your
biggest log of hamburger I ever
probably
just saw.
probably says your prices on it if you.
That's a big log of meat.
Yeah, they're like 10 pounds, I think.
That is not bad because here I think our 10 pounds are running about 30 before price increases. Oh, the buggies.
Yeah.
It's a neat little bulk store.
Yeah, and they have a lot of homemade stuff there too. Like a lot of their jellies and candies and stuff are homemade. Now, I've never seen bicycles there, but whatever.
Whole turkeys, 99 cents a pound 9 months ago. Not many places you would find that.
Uh-uh.
Heck, I want to go. I just want to go with the meat.
What, this place we're talking about or Beaches that you go to or have gone to, Chris?
Where's the bacon?
They have bacon on sale a lot there. I've got some there before for the boys.
Bacon. Ooh, what's that shrimp? Is that shrimp?
It looks like it.
Looks like big shrimp. What we got here? Gourds. Ooh, that's not funky as you can get. Where's nobody took a picture of the bacon? But anywho, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and it's got a Facebook page where they post their sales every week. That's where I go when I talk about the store I go to. down there. I usually go on the way home because it's on the way home. I'll have to look up Beaches sometime and see what they've got or go there. I've heard people go there a lot. I never have. Beaches is more where you can get chickens, seeds, and produce. Nah, I'll just keep going where I'm going there.
One of these days I'll get this all this yarn untangled. If we could find something that would hold this up, I think I could get it pull off of there maybe. Yeah, wishful thinking.
Herb says that Jane said it has been a long day. Time to get in
Huh?
the chair. You have a good night, Herb.
Good night, Herbie.
Nice.
Thank you
Thanks for
for gracing us with your
Thanks for
presence.
joining us.
Absolutely.
You need another person there to pull it out while you wind it.
Yes. Because it's not unraveling right away because it's, all on the outside. And I don't have a spinner thing, and it's all loosey-goosey, so if I was trying to spin it, it would kind of collapse itself, I think. But I gotta be careful not to get it all tangled when I'm pulling it. But there's no fast way to do it, damn it. Unless somebody's got ideas.
Mm-mm.
Maybe doing it with my right hand instead of my left might be beneficial. Yosh.
Chris K says Jessica picked me up, but you're on your own in Beaches because my chair doesn't fit through the aisles. Just saying.
I'll put you in a basket, baby.
They don't have
I'll
like
push you in
electric scooters there.
I'll push you in a boogie.
Some places like that have the electric scooters. I know
Oh.
the other one does.
Look at the time.
Yeah,
I know,
that's
I was
late.
surprised we've been graced with your presence for so long.
That's because I wasn't watching the time.
Bro, why do you gotta fall? You were doing so damn good.
Please help me, I'm falling.
Ash. Alright, guys. Hold on. Who wants to go to bed?
I'm gonna go read
You're
Me.
gonna go read.
and have a salad.
What are you gonna read?
Ooh.
I don't know yet.
A book?
Yeah,
book?
but I don't know. I don't know what book it is.
Hey, you know what? I bet you I know what she's gonna read. I bet I can guess.
Smut.
Hirschner's magazine, Hirschner's catalog.
No, I bet you she's gonna read words.
Words. Yeah.
Words, yeah. She's gonna read
And
words.
I'll have to look and see what I have in my library or go get one.
I said she's gonna read some
Because
words.
I have Kindle Unlimited, so I can get whatever I want as long as it's on the unlimited list,
Ooh.
which is a lot. And other people, if you're not on unlimited, you have to pay for it, but I pay for the unlimited every month so I can get all those for free. Well, it's not
Yes,
free.
yeah.
I pay a monthly fee, but it's not much. And since I read a lot, it's worth it.
Press button to. There you go. Actually, that one I can just go like that. Like that. Here's this. Here's Earl. Avalanche. Hi, guys. All right. So, everybody, we got 9 here. Let's see. Oh, I forgot my numbers. Let's see my numbers here. And let's see what we got. All right, my darlings.
It's
Happy Friday, by the
bedtime.
way. Yeah, happy Friday. It's time for bed. It is bedtime. So, we will see everybody tomorrow
That's right. That is.
between 8 and
It's pretty damn straight, John.
Let's see that again. Let's see.
I'll even fold it in half for you.
Yeah, please.
Fold it like that.
Very nice.
All right. So how'd you do that? How was that done?
The proper way. The proper crochet way.
Okay.
I'll put up a video. I'll do an instructional video.
Oh, there you go.
Because I'm so adept at crocheting now.
Okay, you're doing it.
Night, Adele.
Good
Chris,
night, Adele.
whoever is left in the chat. Have a good night.
Thank you, Adele. Thanks, Chris.
Yes. So, see everybody tomorrow in the YouTube stream.
Yep. And we'll be here for or wherever the hell we're at. I don't even know where I'm at right now. Yours. Okay. For bingo tomorrow night.
Absolutely. So, see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for hanging out with us, keeping us company, and we'll do it again. Good night.
All right. Night.
Maybe.